Good morning, everybody. My name is Rob Smith. I'm one of the members of the board of directors for the Almond Glen Owners Association. I'm also the current president of the Almond Glen Owners Association. Today is January the 12th. It's a Saturday, 2019. And I'm going to very quickly try to answer or give an update about the trash situation over the townhomes and answer a question that I keep seeing come up. Carolina Disposal is still giving the same excuses. They're saying that the reason they've not picked up trash on a regular basis is because they've got vehicles that are being worked on and they need to be repaired, and as they get their trucks back in service, they will get caught up. It's a tired excuse. We've heard it over and over. We're not pleased about it, but we are in a bit of a conundrum, and I'll explain why we're in a conundrum. We're going to talk about this again tomorrow. I'll bring it at the board meeting that we're going to have on January the 14th. We'll have the board meeting. So Carolina Disposal is dragging their feet, getting their problems fixed. I don't know if they're even planning to ever get their problems fixed. My hope was that as they lost single-family business, they would get better at servicing the townhomes just because they had less people to pick up trash for. The cost of the current contract is $615.88 per month with Carolina Disposal. We have not been paying them regularly because they've not been keeping their end of their bargain with their pickups. So we're kind of in a, well, if you're not picking up the trash, I'm not paying the bill. So run into a real problem with them on that. So the current bill, $615.88 per month, or $7,390.56 per year. Reached out to two different companies for quotes. Value Waste, who's new to the area, so could be that they do a great job. He tells me that they're slowly expanding their business. He's not going out and picking up neighborhoods all over the place and stretching himself real thin. And we are in his area that he's trying to grow, so he's very interested in taking on the business. Very quickly, I had him give me a quote. He gave me a quote of $22 per home, or $16,896 per year. Now, again, we're currently set to pay $7,390.56 per year, and our budget is based around that for this year. So we're in a real problem in that the first bid we got was $16,896 per year, which is a difference of $9,505.44 per year. Now, we've not done any real negotiating. Probably could get that down a little bit. One way he said we could get that price down was if we went from 1 time a week pickup to, or from 2 times a week pickup to 1 time a week pickup. And logistically, that might be a problem for the townhomes. One of the reasons we insisted on 2 time a week pickup was to ensure that trash didn't build up, which is ironic considering the problems we've been having. In order to be able to pay Value Waste's contract rate that they want right this minute, we would have to raise the dues $32.45 per home, and that's not just for the townhomes. That's for every home in the neighborhood. So if you're a single-family homeowner, you would have to pay an extra $32.45 so that we can get the trash picked up on a regular schedule from the townhomes. Obviously, that's going to cause a little strife with anybody in the single-family homes who realizes the new increase is just to pay for something at the townhomes. That is always a problem. The townhomes do not pay enough money in to cover all their expenses over there, especially as the expenses have grown over the years. And part of that is because we've tried not to raise the townhome rates so dramatically to just cover their bills. That's quickly becoming something that may go by the wayside as time goes by. I think future boards need to really look at the difference between what the townhomes different things cost versus what the townhomes pay, and the townhomes probably need a bigger increase, which is frustrating if you're a townhome owner because you're already paying so much. You're paying $1,600 per year for single family versus single family homeowners, but you have more expenses covered. The single family homeowners don't get their grass cut, they don't get their landscaping taken care of. Now the flip side is, I'm sure a townhome owner will respond with, but my grass isn't getting cut the way I want it, and my plants need replaced. Well, the reason we're having a trouble getting the grass cut by a reputable service, which we've tried changing services, but the reason we're having trouble getting good service over there and getting trees replaced for you, or bushes replaced for you, or getting the amount of pine straw you want, or whatever, is because we don't have the money because you're not paying enough. So we're in a real struggle. We've got $1 million taste and $20 budgets. So this is a problem because, the closest competitor, I also reached out to Active Waste, who services my home just fine. And the guy told me, oh, absolutely, I'll get you a quote by the end of the day. That was 2 weeks ago. Haven't even heard from him. So I've got to reach back out to Value Waste. But do I really want somebody to pick up service for us who can't even send me an email back? Signature Waste is another one we can reach out to. I know immediately going to have a whole bunch of people say, you should go with Signature Waste, you should go with Signature Waste. I did not have a great contact with the owner of Signature Waste the first time I talked to him. He basically, it's just his attitude was, this is how much you're going to pay us, and I'm not going to do all these things you want to do. And I don't even know if they were willing to do door-to-door service. So we may have to look at going back to a dumpster again, which means we're going to have to put the fencing back up. We're going to have to, it's not going to solve the problem. I'm going to go right back to the problem of animals and people dumping their trash up there. So it's going to be an issue no matter what. This is trash has always been a problem. It's always been a problem. So right this second, if somebody says, what are you doing? I'm kind of sitting here like this, hoping that Carolina Disposal gets their act together and fixes their problem. Because right this second, I couldn't, even if I could get another company in here, I can't afford to do it. I'm going to have to go to the board on Monday and say, hey, can I have an extra $9,500 to bring in a new service? And we don't have the money. So that means, what do? Do we close the pool for the year to be able to pay for the trash? Do we have to cut the budget someplace, just like anything else? Or do we underfund the reserves for the year and every year going after that, so that eventually when we need some big project done, we come to the neighborhood in the long-term future and say, I need $1,000 per home and you have 30 days to pay it. That's it. That's what happens when you have assessments. So this is a problem that's about this big, that grew from being this big to now it's about this big, but long term it's this big. And the easy fix that everybody's looking for today, just throw a Band-Aid on it and grab a new service and bring them in here and pay them whatever they want. That sounds really good today. That'll be really, really bad in about probably 4 or 5 years. So that's a delay. That's the problem. That's why we're staying with the current service and why we're trying to work through this issue. I'm hoping that Carolina Disposal gets some trucks online, that they don't go out of business, and that they lose enough single-family business that we become a little more valuable to them. So I'll continue to reach out to and communicate with Carolina Disposal as best I can, and I will try to keep you updated.